When about a half a year ago, Rode announced their Pro version of the mic, I gotta admit, I almost got them. But then I remembered my trusted DJI interface was way easier to operate. It's a touch interface, even just plugging the mics directly into the computer, like not having to go through an app to access the files directly off the microphones. I was just a big fan of how DJI approached everything kind of intuitively. I don't know, just the experience of working with the microphone and the interface on the go, especially in the field, just saved me a couple of steps, and it just made my life easier, and it was well worth it for me to stick with DJI. But with the Float 32-bit addition to the Rode Wireless Pro, I thought to myself, you know what, maybe it's time to go back to Rode. But then a couple of months later, the Osmo 3, I think it was, it got announced, and there popped up a microphone, a wireless microphone, that looks just about exactly, if not exactly, like these guys, the new ones. And I decided to block out the DJI logo because I'm not sponsored by them, so I want to keep things low-key. But anyway, I really wanted to get into 32-bit float, just set and forget, no need to think about anything, just, sound recording is set. But I ordered the DJI Mic 2 Pro on the day it was announced. But then, like the day after, I saw a video from Wayne Rex. And this guy is like really thorough in terms of audio. He's really, I've learned so much from this guy. So if you're into audio, I highly recommend his channel. But he did the same. He got the DJI Mic 2 immediately, and he heard a difference between the two wireless mics recordings internally. And he could even showcase that on a graph. I can't remember, like a linear graph or something. I'll put it on the screen. Anyway, that got me thinking, I want to really see the difference between my mics and make sure that there's no difference between them. And I thought this could be a nice opportunity for me to kind of compare the DJI Mic and Mic 2s and see if there's maybe any difference between the old models. So I'm currently recording this audio on my shotgun mic, that I have with Sony. It's just so easy to use it, but I feel like this might be a better way to do it in the future. So let me hit record on all of these. Let's see. Let's do a little sync up. So I got all the mics lined up right in front of me. They have equal distance to my mouth, and all levels are I haven't set anything with the new mics. I'm mainly just looking into, is there any difference between the two mics that come paired? Also what they sound compared to the DJI mics. I think these microphones have a great potential, especially when it comes to podcasting. Like traditionally, you would have to have XLR cables, really high-end microphones, cloud lifters to amplify the audio, especially from the Shure A7SIII. If you stick this into like one of those like microphone holders from Rode, I don't know what they're called. It's like a plastic stick with like a foam thing on top of it. And there's a cold shoe in it. You just slide the microphone in. I think like a lot of people could be recording really high quality audio podcasts with that, especially when you have 32-bit float. But now the question becomes, is there a little bit of an issue with quality QC, with the quality check for DJI? Was Wayne unlucky, or do I have the same issue between my microphones? I'm not doing any internal camera recording for this. I normally do, mostly just for syncing. But for now, for this, it doesn't really matter. The main reason why I upgraded to DJI Mic 2 from the original was for that 32-bit float. I mean, the previous generation has 24-bit, and it's quite decent. It's not bad, but I really want to see if this is if this true 32-bit float recording devices, these new DJI Mics 2 are as good as I hope they are. Because I would love the peace of mind of just being able to set and forget. Just hands down, I just show up for a location, I show up for a shoot, I just give this to my subject or subjects, and I don't have to think about it. It just works. And that would be a dream scenario. But let's see if there's a little bit of a difference between these two. One other thing that I really wanted to test, so this is essentially what Wayne Rex tested. This is essentially like his setup. He had the two microphones right next to each other. He was speaking to them like this, very close, and he was going back and forth between the two of them just to showcase that there was an audible difference and a measurable difference from the signal from the microphones. If I have to be perfectly honest, I've heard some comparisons between Rode Wireless Go Pro and these DJI mics, and I have to say, like straight out of the box, the Rodes sound a little bit better to me. But I mean, I'm sure you can, mess with the audio a little bit and get it to where you want it to be, but that's one minus already that I'm a little bit frustrated with. But let's see how it works with lav microphones. But before I put the lavs on, maybe it would be a good idea to test the latitude, to test how actually good these microphones are at picking up audio from a very, very low source. And also the opposite, when I'm screaming, when I'm talking really loudly. I want to see if it works equally well. All right, now we've tested the dynamic range in these. Let's hope it works well. But now I'm gonna hook one of the new DJI 2 mics with a lav. Yeah, I don't have the best shirt to showcase this. By the way, these lavs came recommended for the original DJI mic. It's supposedly not all wireless mics work well with DJI because of the frequency the mics use for sending wireless signal. So I think like some mics work really well for Rode, but they don't necessarily work for DJI and vice versa. These were recommended to me for DJI. They were supposed to be really good. So I'm assuming they're still good for these new mics, unless DJI drastically changed something. Let's see if there's any interruption on or bad things happening. Okay, let's see. Let's test it. Let me just. So I'm hoping this will bring the audio quality a little bit more closer to the Rode Wireless Go Pro. I would love to get as good a quality as possible straight out of the box, because I'm not an audio engineer. I went to school for photography. Video is something that I picked up along the way. And the same thing for audio. I haven't studied any of this, so that's why, for instance, Wayne's channel and other channels in the field and just YouTube in general is super, super helpful. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I mainly did this just for myself, but I just thought to myself, maybe some of you who are subscribed or anyone that might have just accidentally stumbled on this video might learn something valuable. If you're stuck in between the Rode and the DJI mic, now maybe you have a little more information to base it on. Essentially, I think now a lot of the content creators are receiving the products before the general public. There's like an avalanche of videos released around product announcement these days, and most of these videos are kind of, there's like some affiliation, there's some connection. I mean, they say the caveat, of course I'm not saying that they're lying. They say that like DJI or whoever they're making the video for has no say in the video, they're just gonna publish it. But I mean, obviously if you have a working relationship with Sony or DJI or anyone, whoever, you want to kind of maintain that relationship. So being too critical is not a good thing if you want to maintain that relationship. So I just want to point out, like, I have zero affiliation. I'm nobody, as you can see on the view and subscriber count. I'm just a random freelance photographer based here in Hong Kong, and my opinion is mine. It's completely honest, and I have no sponsors and I have no incentives really to go either way. This is just my own thoughts as a working freelance professional. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm probably gonna be switching to like these microphones for audio from now on. Usually I've gone with the shotgun mic on Sony. Might be interesting to kind of compare these two, if the audio is better with the Sony mic or the lav. My suspicion is that the lav is going to be way better, because usually the best mic is the mic that you get the closest to your subjects. Alright, take care guys. Thanks for the watch. Remember to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Otherwise, bye! Fuck.